Why can't we come in?
Can't come in.
Why not?
He said you don't want to. Not my choice.
You can't get in.
Why not?
Because they're not allowing you in.
Who isn't?
They're not.
David? I've got my own
checkbook
and everything in there.
I've got an alternative.
I've
I've got an alternative jacket.
Well, will you get that for me?
It's not to do now. Look, can't you read? It says no entry, please.
You get my bag then?
Oh my God, it's all going to be repossessed, you know.
Meanwhile, the show goes on. The giant personal computer world exhibition has arrived at Olympia. The event is frantic with activity. Every hardware and software manufacturer is anxious to be seen and to sell. It's the biggest of the computer shows, and this is the last chance for the industry to exhibit ideas before Christmas. David Ward is busy with some foreign buyers.
We'll work out some easier way.
And the new Hunchback is here too. In 2 months' time, it'll be launched onto its discerning young clients. And enough of the game has now been written for a sneak preview at Ocean's stand.
Showing it to show what's wrong with it. One of the advantages of coming to a show is you can get opinions from people who are actually going to be the buyers. I think sometimes in this industry we forget about the fact that we're making all this product, these programs, to entertain and stimulate and hopefully please people who are actually computer users who are going to buy them. So from this we can see the reaction. The first reaction is that the characters are not good. The figure of Hunchback himself has not been well received, possibly because he looks as though he's a kind of, I don't know, a pterodactyl with a green blob on his back. But he will be improved on that. And in fact, the graphics can be put in at the last minute because essentially you work out the algorithms of the game show, and then the graphics will be put in later.
Showing individual customers their new idea is one thing, but the big distributors need convincing of the game's value. Webster's warehouse near Guildford is one of the biggest. It ships over 100,000 cassettes every week to 1,400 major high street stores around the country. What Webster's choose to stock is critical. Every month, they accept 100 new games, but they reject 500. It's the 1st of November. There are only weeks before the Christmas selling season begins. Ocean's sales director, Paul Finnegan, has come to Webster's to demonstrate to their buyer an almost finished version of the game.
Basically, this is where left off from the original Hunchback, the final screen, which we never used. So we decided to start the game off with this one.
How many screens actually will you show us?
Well, there's 5 screens, just to give you an idea of the graphics and the playability.
Right. Okay. So when you think you will be able to launch the Spectrum version?
Well, the release date is November the 15th.
Right.
Yes.
But this year, the game itself isn't enough. Webster's also want to know what kind of advertising and marketing plans Ocean have for the launch of Hunchback 2.
What an advertising schedule, what the release schedule, some idea of the leaflets that we're about to launch. Again, we can supply these to you in any sort of quantity.
Right.
That's the Hunchback.
Do you have any other point of sale material, for example, badges?
We don't. No, we don't have any badges or hats or anything at the moment. No. That's a poster with both games on.
Yeah,
if he's convinced, the buyer will place an order a week before the launch. The same evening, at a school near Manchester, one class has stayed behind to give Hunchback his sternest test yet.
You have to jump off the edge. Go on, jump off the edge. No, that edge. Doesn't matter. Alright, and jump off that edge.
Just at the beginning, only got to one more bell to do.
What's going to happen is...
Tony Pomfrey has brought the almost finished version for the computer club to cast a critical eye over. Their verdict may still bring last-minute changes to the design.
I think it's very good. It's pretty good graphics. I like the way he rolls up and down on the screen.
Yeah. It was a good idea, that's quite nice as well.
The way it's planned out is very structured, and I like the graphics.
I think it's a good game altogether. I like the idea where the man goes up and down there. It's bells and there's this little monster. You have to go. Little bats.
Quite good. Looks a bit funny.
I like the hunchback. And I like the bats.
I find it quite difficult to get over the bat on the first one.
Well, it's challenging. That's the kind of thing sort of I look in a game. A challenge, not too hard and not too easy. And I think this would sort of fit the bill.
So the experts seem happy with the design, but will they buy it?
If I had the money.
A week later, the distributor decides to invest in Hunchback 2, with an initial order for 2,700 copies. But it takes Ocean another 10 days to prepare for mastering the magnetic tape. On November the 23rd, the duplication process begins. In just a few hours, the first 5,000 copies are made. At a wholesale price of £2.50, these finished cassettes at 50p each are the dearest part. About 40p pays for programming, which leaves about £1.50 for marketing, distribution, and a healthy profit.
We will ship the first week probably 20,000 units. We will hope to get at least one major repeat before Christmas and one major repeat just afterwards, in that period when people who got a computer for Christmas are looking for software to play on it.
Chip Shop! Yep, this week's Software Games Top 10 as compiled.
As the shopping bonanza gets underway for Christmas in the first week of December, Hunchback has only just reached the high street.
From US Gold, at 9 up from 12, Danger Mouse from Creative Sparks, and at 8 up from 11, Beachhead from US Gold.
And there are 200 other new games released this Christmas fighting for attention. If Hunchback is to make it to #1, the shops will have to sell 60,000 by January. Although it's not had time to get into the charts yet, so far 30,000 copies have gone out to the wholesalers and it's selling well. But in a business that's seen spectacular growth and failure, David Ward has realised what the key to success is.
This industry has grown from being a cottage industry to being a major supplier in the high street, and it requires all the skills of business that being a supplier to high street stores requires, whether you're supplying them with radios or toothpaste or cornflakes or whatever. This industry makes money out of top 10 hits, just like the pop single record industry.
And imagine, they had the image of the pop record industry, but not the business skills to survive. But the name will. David Ward bought it from the liquidator, and he now employs Grandad and others from the team writing games for Ocean.